No, it's not. And I'm not on the brink of anything. If anything, that is something more appropriate for game companies. Come on, Nick. Tell her, would you? Tell her she needs to model for my new picture. Fancy's whippity-whip trip. Learn! Before you ask me to model, learn to give at least semi-coherent testimony. And before that, you have to learn how to live a semi-coherent life, Larry. Although that is a ship that has already sunk, like years ago. I don't care what anyone says. I'm telling the truth. I saw what I saw. She flew. I'm telling you. Whoosh! Just like that dude with the red underwear. Don't think I'm gonna forgive you guys when they come crawling back to apologize. Well, okay. I am out of my mage persona right now. I am back to being my detective self, so... If it's not magic, and if Larry is telling the truth, how the fuck is that even possible? Like, maybe... maybe Elise saw... Well, we are not even sure if it's Elise that flew. It can't be Iris. Like, somebody flew, that is for sure. Problem is, how? With a snowmobile? Like in Tom Cruise movies? Or James Bond movies? That or they use something else, I don't know. Off it goes. It's amazing how little has changed with you in the past year, Phoenix Wright. Yeah. I'm sure that you two are gonna have a lot to talk about. Funny. So, what's up? Have you been in Germany all this time? That's right. Extending my perfect win record. Naturally. Oh, joy. Sounds like she hasn't changed a bit. Has it really been a year since we first met? I am Franziska von Karma, the prodigy. I see. I gave a promising career in Germany and came to this country for one sole reason. Revenge. Franziska was born and raised in Germany and became a prosecutor at the age of 14. Her father was a legendary prosecutor, Manfred von Karma. He had a perfect win record for 40 long years. But now, he is gone from this world. Yep, and he is in the next world. And he is surely having a lot of fun right now. Don't think you still hold a grudge against me. Because of what happened to your father. Phoenix Wright, you will fall before me. This I promise. But it will be for my sake, not my father's. Are we clear? Got it, Franny. Got it. Yes. Crystal. As crystal as the crystal sphere. As crystal as the amethyst. But yeah, I'm sure that she has changed her ways since then. Even though on the surface it seems that she hasn't changed one bit. That's because she's tuned. That's because she's tuned it away. In truth, I was shocked. I came back to America with the intention of defeating you. Instead, it was my little brother who was leading this defense. Edgeworth. Come to think of it, Edgeworth was pulled into being a prosecutor by Manfred von Karma as well. Miles Edgeworth told us something very interesting, you know. He says this case has a special significance to you. Well, that's because it does. And that's precisely why I'm here. Your personal involvement will make crushing you into teensy-weensy pieces all the better. Yeah, I'm sure it will. It's probably the fever, but she's so openly hostile that it's almost kind of cute. Ow! No smirking! No whipping the sick, you know. That foolish fool, doing such a foolish favor for such a foolishly foolish fool. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's another 6. Good old 6. Edgeworth. Make no mistake, Phoenix Wright. I came here for one thing, and one thing only. To pulverize you. It's not like I thought you were here to bring me some Cold Killer X, you know. I went over the whole case file on the fly door. You read the whole thing? Yes. Every last word of every last sentence of every last paragraph. I mean, it's not like it was a long read either way. The police are such idiots. They only made one page for it. All the ridiculous things it did made it a very interesting read, you know. Attempting to cross a burning bridge? Did he even consider the dangers? No. The only thought in my mind was, I have to get across. A fool who doesn't think is more foolish than a fool who foolishly thinks. What? Okay, you're seriously making up this stuff, like on the flyby. Gumshoe said he'd let me know once the bridge was repaired. Well, she's got to be okay. I just know it. You know, you keep thinking about Maya, but what about Pearls? Plus, I need to ask her about what really happened at the Inner Temple that night. Like, Pearls has to be on the other side as well. She has to. Like, where is she? But, okay, do I really... Like, do you have... I mean, it's not like she's gonna help us that much. What with her being... semi, like... sort of helping us, but at the same time not really. So she's not gonna tell us that much information that would help the defense. But still. About... Ow! I refuse to help you, Phoenix Wright. I should have known better than to try. Is this gonna be an entire series of Nick being whipped by Franny whenever we present her some of this stuff? Yep. 1, 2, 3. Actually, that was 4, right? Yeah, that's 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Q. 11. 12. 13. Ow. 14. 15. 16. Or at least I think that was 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Na. Or was it 9? No, it was 9. Either way, how many was that? 5? 10? 16. Okay, well, let's continue. 17. This is pure torture. It's like Nick is being tortured over here, like, for real. But yeah, she is not even gonna mention anything. She is being dead silent over here. Gato. A prosecutor who is still shrouded in mystery. He seems to know Nick somehow. Like, we still... Like, he may be Diego Armando. And he sure must have some history with Dahlia. But what about Nick? Why is he so angry at Nick? He's so weird about this stuff, but okay. Alright, that's enough torture for you, Nick. Let's go to my home. February 9, Hazakura Temple. Actually, we probably should have checked the snowmobile. Shouldn't we? Yeah. That was one long sigh. So the beginning? My. I didn't know you were here. How are you doing? You don't have to pretend to be in a good mood for my sake. I suppose I made a terrible mess of things, haven't I? I let Mystic Elise die. And then there's Iris as well. Mystic Elise. Now that I think about it... There's an acolyte stuck at the inner temple. And that poor little girl has gone missing too. That little girl? You don't mean Pearls, do you? Oh, finally you remember, Nick. Yes, I'm afraid I do. She hasn't been seen since the morning after the incident. Pearls? She's missing? Why didn't anyone tell me about this? That's because you didn't ask, Nick? You're thinking about Maya all the time and yet you're forgetting about the little girl? The little girl that is missing, Nick? How dare you? I must be getting old. I think I seriously lost faith in myself. Alright. You know what? You shouldn't talk about that. You know, you shouldn't say that about yourself. Bikini. It just happened. You couldn't have helped it. Are you talking about your performance of the trial today? You believe me, don't you? I'm not a liar. I would never lie. I know what I saw. I saw Iris pull that sword from Mystic Elise's body that night. I'm certain of it. At least, I was until this morning. I don't see any psych logs, so she must be telling the truth. Yeah. It does seem like her cross-examination was more of a... She thought she saw things, but in actuality it was something else. It wasn't that she specifically lied about anything. So why are you so sure of yourself all of a sudden? You know that others who testified after me. I saw Iris flying. Her white hood fluttering. I felt like I might start flying myself. When I saw that man testify so fervently about something so impossible, I was starting to wonder if I had acted just like him when I was on the witness stand. I won't take that guy too seriously, to be honest. I mean, this isn't that kind of cities to question the character of some people. He's an artist. All he draws is trouble, and nothing else. Like, I would really love if one day he would have a character development, you know, like Bud himself. But at this point, I'm not sure. If Bobby Kinney and Larry are telling the truth, and that can only mean one thing. And they both didn't see what they think they saw. Well, okay. We understood, we realized what the Bikini actually saw instead of what she thought she saw. But what about Larry? What's the explanation for his cross-examination? On the night of the incident, you met Iris at the end of the temple. Is that correct? That's right. I'm sure it was Iris. But Iris claims she was in her room in Asakura Temple. I knew I shouldn't have come back here that night. But because you did, Maya stuck all by herself at the inner temple. Maya and possibly Pearls, Nick! I'm so sorry. The drafts in that place are nothing to stick at. Winter is especially bad. I'll bet. The training hall looks like it's about to fall down any second. Eagle Mountain has always been prone to earthquakes, just so you know. Earthquakes? Yes. I won't be surprised if the next big one levels the training hall. I got to get Maya out of here, fast. And Pearls! But still, there's really no need to worry. That area on the other side of Dusky Bridge is isolated like an island. It's like an island? How so? It has to be. Otherwise we would already found a route to all the way over there. But no. Right now, we're waiting for the repairs. Because Gumshoe is the only one who is bothering himself to create a bridge to the other side. Because the police don't give a fuck. fucking police department. Well, the only thing on that side of the bridge is the inner temple. No one lives out there, and it's surrounded on all sides by the river and the forest. I see. So a criminal would be trapped should they choose to flee in that direction. And as long as the bridge is out of the commission, he or she will have to stay there. That means Maya could be stuck out there with a murderer, and with no way of escape either. Oh dear. Yes, I suppose it does. Yeah. Please, Gumshoe, get that bridge up fast. Yep. I'm curious about a few things, if you don't mind answering some questions. Oh, do you need to know my measurements for your investigation or something? No, although I'm sure that Larry does want that as well. I want to know a little more about the victim, Miss Elise Dolan. I'm afraid I don't know her waist size. Or her bust size for that matter. No. I'm wondering why she came to stay in a place like this to begin with. I mean, she told us herself that she wasn't here for spiritual training. And yet you said many times her name, Elise. But on top of that, Mystic Elise. That means that she has a connection to this place. My. You make it sound like this place is some sort of dump, Mr. Wright. Mystic Elise was here to soak up the natural beauty of Eagle Mountain, if you must know. There, you did it again. Sister Bikini, I notice you always refer to Miss Dolan as Mystic Elise. Oh! Yeah, you didn't even think about that, Bikini. So, what's the sitch? What is Elise's history with this place? Or with the Kurain channeling techniques and all that as well? About that magic being, like that giant magic being behind you as well. Yes. Now, why is that? After all, she's not here as an acolyte. We address all our visitors as mystic. It makes the experience feel authentic. I don't believe you. Especially since we've heard names before like Mystic Amifae or Mystic Mystifae and all that. And those are important names. Because we've learned that stuff from Maya. But now you're addressing Elise as Mystic as well, just because she's a visitor? I'm not buying it. Anyway, she's older than you. You must respect your elders, you know. So now you're looking at the word mystic as an honorific? Nah. How do you know that? How can you say for sure that she's older than you? Yeah, because... Okay, you made me think for a second that you were actually pretty young, but no. You have quite the charm, Bikini, but you cannot fool us. Oh. Oh. Oh, come on. How is it that everybody has like 5 blocks lately? Come on. It says Miss Elise Dolan was no ordinary visitor after all. And there's Pearls. She was with Miss Dolan on the evening of the murder. And now she's vanished. It's all got to be connected somehow. I mean, thank God that up until now we have avoided Psychologs with Larry, especially since we cross-examined him. So there's no way that we're actually gonna have to cross-examine 5 frickin' Psychologs for Larry. Maybe we're still gonna have to do that with Iris, since Nick is gonna end up questioning her during the investigation, I'm sure. And for sure we have Bikini over here as well, so this is gonna be a long investigation. Why did Pearls have to get mixed up in this mess? Please, Mr. Wright, I know you're worried, but try to keep it together. Oh man, my head's throbbing so bad, it's killing me. Yeah, now it's finally getting to you. That not just Maya, but Pearls might be in danger. Yeah. Now you're feeling the guilt. Now you're feeling the shame of forgetting about Pearls. Pearls. She was with Miss Dolan on the night of murder, remember? Yes, but I have a temple to run, you know. I was busy preparing for the training. I didn't see the little darling even once after we finished eating dinner. The murder. It didn't take place right in front of her innocent eyes, did it? I hope it didn't. According to the detective, she hasn't turned up at her home either. Come on, keep calm. There's one place left Pearls could be. She just has to be there. Come on, Gumshoe. Tell me you'll be done with the repair soon. I mean, how can anyone think that she returned back home, Nick? What, did she just walk all the way to Kurai Village from over here? No, she still has to be stuck around here. Okay, I think I'm being a little too angry right now because of this. Let's question you some stuff around here. Maybe you have some stuff to say? This crystal sphere. It's not from a demon warding hood, but I would guess it serves a similar purpose. If it's not from a hood, then I guess it really is from Miss Donna's staff. Look at the blood on it. Oh, poor Mystic Elise. I mean, sure it can't be from a hood. It's huge! Honestly, it's like the end of the world. It's not a good thing, that's for sure. To think people have the gall to call this kind of scribbling by the name of art. I mean, now that you mention it, it does make me think of that artist that I mentioned before. It's like the end of the world once you look at it. Huh? If that's the sort of standard you need for the arts these days, I could be a pop diva. Well, not gonna lie, there is something to be questioned when it comes to today's art that can be done by people. Especially in the anime industry. Sure. But what about the contents of the picture? What do you make of that? It's definitely the end of the world. Sheesh. Quit being such a pessimist, Bikini. I was wondering about this. Let me see. Well, as you may know, in order to see reality for what it truly is, we strive to break our attachments to much of transient, material realm. I guess you could call me an immaterial girl. Yeah, you did say that before, Bikini. About this photograph. Ah, yes. Those are our snowmobiles tracks, right? I didn't know them anyway. I know them anyway. But there's only one set, which means the rider went out while it was still snowing, and came back after it had stopped. And that's really the only logical explanation, I suppose. Okay. The autopsy report? The staff? Ah, it's Mystic Elise's staff. The crystal sphere really is missing from it. The sphere was found near Dusky Bridge, right? Yes, even though I'm sure Mystic Elise was in Hazakar Temple that entire evening. Maybe my eyes are playing tricks on me. I mean, Iris could never do such a wicked thing. But they proved it in court today, didn't they? That this sword wasn't the murder weapon. And that's what they were saying, yes. The problem is, I saw it too. I'm sure that what I saw was this blade stabbed into Miss Donna's body. Now that you mention it, what Bikini saw and what Nick saw were completely different. That would mean that our killer changed the position of the body and how Elise got stabbed, either by statue or when Bikini saw Iris with a sword in her hand, pulling the sword from Elise. Those were different circumstances. In the time span of what? 6 minutes? Because when was the time when the Bikini actually witnessed the murder? And it must have been pretty close. Okay. Well, that's a demon warding hood. Okay, this is actually something that we've learned before. No. No. Huh? Ah! Well, look what you found. That's the master of the Grand channeling technique. Mystic Misty Fae. So this woman is Miles' mother, huh? Actually, this may be the same as before, but... It's been nearly 20 years since Mystic Misty disappeared. Apparently, she intended to pass the torch on to her daughter. Her daughter? Don't you know who her daughter is? Well, I myself am part of a branch family of Fae clan, but even I'm not privy to that kind of information when it concerns the main family. He doesn't seem to know Maya standing within the Fae family. Okay. About this. Okay, this is the same thing as before. About some profiles? You must be very happy to have such a fine mentor. But, I'm sorry, what? No, it's just a friend. Ah, you naughty devil. Oh, it's the Joker, aren't you? Huh? He seems like a lovely young man. Like the kind you can always count on. Yeah. It's kinda depressing how much faith she has in him. And for some reason, Bikini is winking at me. Like, she is giving me some signal about Edgeworth. Okay. It seems that we found another fan of the Edgeworth x Nick shipping. You certainly have some unusual fans, don't you, Mr. Wright? Yeah, surely. Friends. That fancy painter is one thing, but whipping the judge is just bad form. Well, do you think you could go drill that into her head for me, please? Cause she didn't seem the type to whip Bikini like whatsoever. She has some. See, she has some limits. What a disgraceful young man. Yeah, finally it's in for real, huh? How could she sit there and claim he really saw what he drew in that picture? Although, the portrait he did of me was rather flattering, I must say. Still, it's not like Larry to make something up that might get a woman like he... It's not like Larry to make something up that might get a woman like he likes in trouble. There's more to that sketch of his than meets the eye. I'm sure of it. Please tell me, what's going to happen to poor Iris? If she was to be found guilty, I wouldn't accept it. By your testimony, Sister Bikini. I cannot have my testimony. I saw what I saw. Yeah, and it is good that you tried your best to tell us what you saw. You didn't actively lie to us to protect Iris. I mean, what can you do? It's up to a pro lawyer like you to deal with problems like that. Yeah, you got it, sister. How can I ever make up for this? Make up for what? For allowing harm to come to such an important person. So I was right. This Donnan wasn't just any old visitor here. Yeah, truly. It's all my fault, isn't it? It's all my achy back's fault. Now Mystic Elise is dead, and an acolyte is trapped inside the inner temple. And that poor little girl has gone missing too. Missing? I hope that's all it is. Well, pray to God! Oh dear, oh dear. I got to train to withstand more pain, don't I? I mean, I did say that I have faith that Maya and Pearls are gonna be fine and all that, but... You know, I have some lingering doubts. They have to be safe. They have to be. I was wondering about this. Nothing to say about Gumshoe, eh? Nothing to say about Gado, which makes sense. He never met him. Oh dear. Whether on earth this little girl has wandered off to. She's nowhere near the main hall, that's for sure. First I lost Maya, and now pearls. How much more pain is this case going to cause me? Ah! Not touching this fever is giving me a killer migraine. Maybe you should get some Calculator X, Nick, as you said. Of course you don't know anything about Mia. She's a very important visitor, you know. Another acolyte. She is? Do you know her or something? The fade name is synonymous with the Kura in channeling technique. And therefore, she must be a spirit medium of great power indeed. And that you don't know that Maya is Misty's daughter. She doesn't seem to know that Maya is the daughter of the Master of Kura. Well, at least she knows that she's part of the Fae family. But okay, I guess that's pretty much it. Anything else around here that we can examine? There's a lovely large Magatama on the altar. If I can see Cyclops with a tiny Magatama, I can only imagine what kind of power this bad boy has under his hood. Ah, we already talked about this. No clues here. Gravy. Groovy. But yeah, this is stuff that we've discussed about before. Alright. Back to the scene of the crime. This is where Sister Bikini witnessed the incident. It's hard to imagine she was lying on the stand, so maybe there are some clues that have yet to be found. Yeah, truly, there has to be. Miss Donham's stuff. I definitely remember there being a crystal sphere attached to the stuff. I guess Larry eventually found the sphere near the foot of the Dusky Bridge, but what was it doing all the way out there? What was it doing indeed? The Shichishito. It's there in Mystic Ami's right hand. It was proven in court today that it wasn't a murder weapon. And given the design, it must have been used for some pretty gruesome things in the past. So let me get this straight. First we have the fall, and then we have the possibility of her getting stabbed with something else other than the Shichishito, and then she gets stabbed with the Shichishito. Man, way to twist a knife on her body. I mean, sheesh. I mean, we have to also think of the motive. Like, what is the purpose of killing Elise? Who killed Elise? Who has, a past with Elise? They get quite a bit of snow here on the Eagle Mountain. Around here, skis aren't just for fun. They are tools for getting around. But the sled... Now that's gotta be for Bikini's own personal entertainment. Like, I wonder, maybe the flight was actually somebody using the skis and then just flying over the bridge with a sled of some sort. Hey, the main gate's on the other side of that stone wall. The difference in elevation is almost 10 feet. That's how steep this hillside is. 10 feet. Body fell 10 feet after death. And that's also the height the body fell from, according to the autopsy. Yeah. Is it possible that Miss Donnan was pushed from the top of the wall? Yeah, I have to wonder. Like, we should totally check her room as well. There are a few of those stone lanterns scattered around in this courtyard. Without a city glare to compete with, I imagine they would seem a lot brighter. I guess Sister Bikini must light them now, since Iris cannot be here. And that building up there is the main hall. It was where we were standing. It's kind of funny because it was built on a very steep slope. If you enter from the main gate side, these rooms above me are on the ground floor. Apparently Miss Donning was staying in the courtroom. I guess that's where she was pushed from that night. Well, so far we got nothing. Okay. Gumshoe? Hey! Hey!
What was that jarring, inconsiderably loud yell?
So this is where you've been. Keeping nice and warm, I see.
Ah, Gumshoe, please tell us that you fixed the bridge.
Detective,
Have you finished the
bridge? Yeah, I did. I told you I'd let you know.
Ah, thank God.
Gosh, I love you. Okay, let's go.
Well. I'll come along with you and...
Sorry, ma'am. No unauthorized entry. Access is restricted to people involved in the case.
What was that?
Oh, I mean, technically, she is involved in the case, but yeah, I get where Gumshoe is going with this.
I'm involved, aren't I? You couldn't get much more involved than me.
Well, yeah, but that's all.
It's been a while, Scruffy.
It's Karma!
Sister, please, leave the investigation to me.
Oh. Yeah, Joe. Well, I guess we're gonna have to go with Franny from now on.
My. Well, you certainly seem to have everything under control. But like, who am I to question this? Who am I to question the whip? I am on your side. I won't do anything you don't want me to.
As you work to pin the guilt on Iris.
What are you daydreaming about, Phoenix Wright?
Ow!
Ciao! Silence! I, Franziska von Karma, will personally guide you through your investigation. So you will follow me.
Aye, Captain. She's not seriously going to follow me around, is she? Yeah, well, this is a new one. Nick and Franny working together. Man, this really is like a fan servicey last case for Trials and Tribulations. Not gonna lie, like a reunion of sorts, with everybody working together. But okay, let's go! Yep. Gumshoe did a pretty good job. Look at this. Look at this beautiful bridge now. Really darn cool. Okay, let's go! Maya? Prosy? Things have suddenly become a lot more hectic than before.
They must have commenced with the investigation. Oh, Mr. Nick! That voice.
Oh! Prosy! Oh, thank God! I knew it. I knew that you were on the other side. You little munchkin!
Mr. Nick! Mr. Nick!
So you were here, ever since that night.
I'm so lonely. I thought I was going to die.
Lonely? Wait, why are you saying that you were lonely? Shouldn't Maya be here as well?
When I woke up in the morning and saw that Desk base was gone, I realized I was all alone.
You were sleeping here? She was all alone? Wait, so you're telling me that Pearls just woke up in the morning right over here not knowing what the fuck just happened on the other side of the bridge? I assume that Pearls was stuck here because of certain events that happened to her that night that made her being forced here. But maybe she was trying to be with Maya for her training? Is that why? Must have been very trying for you, little girl. And she didn't know that the bridge was burned up until the morning when she woke up?
Hey, you're... I am Franziska von Karma, the prodigy. There's no need to worry now that I'm here. The prosecutor was so mean to Mystic Maya last year. Well... I don't like you. You're nothing but a little girl without your whip. You're nothing but a little girl without your whip.
Ooh, burn.
I didn't do anything wrong. But you're so mean. That never forgave you.
It's like Pearl's words are getting under her skin. When in doubt, use Pearls against Franny to help us. Yo! Why are you whipping me? I didn't even say anything.
You didn't have to. The smile on your lips gave you away.
I mean, yeah. She did need an outlet, I guess. I mean, there's no way that she could whip pearls. I mean, she's a little child for Pete's sake. So, the only one closest to Franny is Nick. Anyway, pearls. Weren't you with Maya?
Eh.
Pearls?
I'm sorry. It's all my fault.
Huh? What are you talking about, Pearls?
I... Mystic Maya!
Hey, wait, Pearls! She just ran off.
Ow! That was cruel, Phoenix Wright. To make a little girl cry like that is inexcusable.
Shame. Shame! What's that all about? Pearls acting like that. It's giving me the creeps. I guess I better take another look around since I finally got a chance. Especially since something about this place seems different from 2 days ago. Like, for example, those statues, I wonder. Look at all the Buddha statues lined up along this path.
Phoenix Wright. Do you think this is how many siblings the head nun has?
Siblings? Why don't you ask her the next time you see her?
You know what? I think I will.
And she'll probably slap you for prying into her private affairs. There's a weird smell coming from that incinerator. Ah, the good old incinerator. Let's see, what do we find over here? Some piece of cloth, maybe? The door is also open. Almost like it's begging me to look inside. Oh, well, let's see what stunning clue is concealed in here, shall we? Eh? It's empty. Oh my goodness! Way to subvert my expectations, Ace Attorney.
How naive of you, Phoenix Wright.
Yeah, it's a bit strange, don't you think? Fancy a couple of karma. I seem to remember. There was snow on this incinerator the first time I saw it. Good eye, must say. Good eye and good memory there, Nick. Someone's been using it to burn something recently.
Listen, Phoenix Wright. It's impertinent to call people by their full name.
I was only copying you. That's why. Okay. What is this?
Phoenix Wright!
What is it, Franny? What? Would you stop calling me by my full name like that?
Was this once a prosperous port?
A port? Now that you mention it, it would make sense for something like this to be here if once this was a port, and there was a lot of water here. Yes. That mole hook is a mooring post for boats, you know. Oh, that's okay, that's funny. That's an anchor for one of the wires that is used to hold up the bridge. Oh, okay, never mind. I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking the same thing as Franny. I think the wire that was tied to this one probably snapped when the bridge burned down. I mean, there's no way there was ever a port all the way up here.
Don't get smart with me, Phoenix Wright.
But I didn't say anything. Keep in mind, Phoenix. Girls, like women, girls and women, they can read thoughts. They're psychic. In this part of Japanifornia. Like in all of Japanifornia, not this part only. But I wonder. Maybe the explanation for Larry's weird thing that he saw about somebody flying was that somebody cut the wire, and then the wire propelled them all the way on top of the bridge, just like that. Because, you know, there's a lot of tension on the wire, or that's how I would describe it. I don't know how to describe it scientifically speaking, with physics and such. But maybe they used the wire. I don't know. Maybe they went all Tarzan or something. That's a little gate that leads into the garden. It says no entry on the sign, though.
Come now, Phoenix Wright. What are you doing? Let's go in. It's half open anyway. What harm could come of it?
It says no entry.
Don't you Americans enjoy doing whatever you like, and then simply say, nah, whatever?
Well, that's got nothing to do with anything. And who told you that? It doesn't matter. Like how many times have we entered places where we shouldn't have, Nick? It's part of our job as private detectives. Like attorneys and detectives.
This must be the door that leads to the inner temple, where Maya Fee was training on the night of the murder.
Yeah, there's a solitary room there called the training hall.
You could do with some training yourself, Phoenix Wright.
Ow!
You're completely out of shape.
Yeah, I don't know how much more of this woman I can take. Well, she was training you before, alright. With like over 20 whips every time we presented her evidence. That was some form of training. Training your body to damage. I know very well that. But okay. Let's move inside. Maya? Pearls? The fuck is that? On the poster over there. Is that... Well, that's certainly not blood. Is that alien blood? Huh. Maybe Larry was here at some point.
What's wrong? Why are you so quiet?
Yeah, she was supposed to be in here training.
Yet, it appears she's nowhere to be seen.
What's that? A strange lock. Yeah, what is that? That looks similarly to a psycholock. Psychlock. Sorry, I was with Edgeworth for so long, I keep calling them psycholocks. He wasn't there 2 days ago. This whole room is really giving us some strange vibes. Okay, let's examine some stuff around here. Is there something inside the antique dresser? Maybe...
Don't you dare open it, Phoenix Wright!
Well, I know how Maya feels when I tell her not to touch things.
What a pity. It's full of nothing but old clothes for the acolytes.
Could it be that this is where they keep their hoods? I thought we weren't opening it.
I'm from the prosecutor's office. I can do anything.
Ah, yeah. As it was clearly established years ago, they can do anything they want. Defense attorneys. They are lucky if they can even get like free sandwiches. Yeah, they can do anything. Except stand up to a 9-year-old girl. I mean, you know, there's a limit, you know. It's inhumane to stand up to a 9-year-old girl, no matter what position you have. Okay, well, what's this?
What do you think this yellowish poster is, Phoenix Wright?
It's a scroll, not a poster. It's a picture of a woman who's actually... poster, scroll, whatever.
A woman? I don't see any woman here.
There's a different atmosphere in this room since the last time I was here. No, it's not a different atmosphere. It's a different smell. It's gravy. Gravy? Groovy.
What's the matter?
This scroll is being completely covered in groovy.
Ah, yes. There is a very appetizing smell in the air. But groovy is a type of sauce. So when you run out of paint, you Americans use groovy as a substitute, I see.
No, no one does that. For starters, it stinks. This must be the groovy that we had with the roast on the night of the incident. Why would anyone do this? Why this scroll? Mr. Faye's image is obscured by groovy. I wonder. The scroll shows a picture of Mr. Faye, master of the crane chanting technique. But why would anyone cover it in groovy?
I cannot make out what's drawn on the scroll at all. I'll never understand you Americans and your so-called artists.
Artists? Yeah. Maybe Larry was making some groovy that night as well? I don't know. Well, let me actually see something over here. It's updated. Mr. Faye's image is obscured by Groovy. Yeah, I can only see the feet. And a symbol. Like a character of some sorts. Down there. And the symbol of the Faye family. Like up top. With a Magatama as such. What about the slug though? It says... Well, I was about to say that is a 9, but that looks like a Magatama. This door. When I was here 2 days ago, that weird lock wasn't on it.
Those chains. It's almost as if they are guarding something inside that cave. I have never seen a lock quite like this before.
I have. I've seen locks and chains just like this before. They look just like the ones that guard a person's secrets. They're named Cyclock. Man, what could this mean? Like... I wonder if this lock is guarding something too. Dark secrets in a dark cavern. What took you so long? I thought even you'd managed to get here faster than this. Mr. Wright. Gato? Well, now you show up. Where have you been these days?